Rob, what's good, man? How's everything?
Man, I'm good, man. Just getting up, man. Early morning Japan. It's like 11 a.m. right now. Got the day off, so just relaxing today, man. I ain't doing much. What about you?
Still sleeping. That's all you do, dog.
Hey, man, yeah. Hey, that's all you can do over here. Not much to do, bro.
Nah, I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. Slow motion. I
Yeah.
appreciate you jumping on with me, with your boy, man. Hey, we was talking before you jumped on a little bit about, I was telling how we was in prep school and
Uh,
how we came down to Lombard, man, and playing like 70, 80 college coaches, man, outside of the park. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
that's the
Must.
crazy thing ever, dog.
Yeah. That was different, man. Bro, we definitely, hey, we went through some things at that place, man. Being there with 16 other guys, who played D1 ball and just playing basketball outside in parks, getting bitten by mosquitoes, playing in condemned buildings, just, man, making it work. Yeah, making it work, man. It was definitely an experience, bro. And, we got through it, luckily, got to where we wanted to go.
I know you being my guy. We used to talk about it all the time, like growing up in Atlanta, playing in the A. Like I know you're supposed to go to Georgia, right? You come in from Georgia, open your recruitment. What was it like getting recruited by Cal, man? What was that like? 'Cause I know for me personally, he was kind of aggressive, kind of like the whole like, come here, let's get it done. Like we blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh man, I just decommitted myself. Like I'm trying to take my time. But how was it for you dealing with him and Barbie and DK and those dudes?
Well, for me, bro, just being from, Georgia, Lithonia, Georgia, on top of that, man, and coming from the family I come from, I didn't even know what AAU basketball was until my junior year of high school. So I had never even heard of it. So, me just I went to two tournaments. I went to Boo Williams, and then I went to Houston Kingwood Classic. And I had a big weekend at the Kingswood Classic, and Coach Cal was at my house that Monday. You know what I mean? And it was so funny to me because I literally, bro, I used to always catch all the Memphis games. They was on Fox Sports South. I used to catch some joys all the time. I don't know why, but I would just sit there and just watch them. And I didn't really even know too much about Memphis, other than, the music side of it. I didn't know too much about Memphis. I didn't know too much about Cal. I I knew about him because of Marcus Camby. But, I didn't really know in detail, who he was until he got to my house. And, we was sitting there, he was talking to us and, talking to my mom and dad. And, he looked me right in the eye. He said, yo, this is going to be the toughest place you'll ever come play in your life. And I remember getting the shakes, when he told me that. And, they left the house or whatever. And, my dad looked at me and was like, do you know what that is? And I'm like, nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you need to go to that school. That's where you need to go. I don't care about nobody else who come through this door. You need to go and, go with that man. And I kind of did it, just because of that. But then, I had my, I was kind of a little rebellious kid. I always kind of wanted to do things my way. And I had this thought of wanting to play at home. Just being at UGA, with all the talent we had Josh Smith, we had Lou Williams, we had Dwight Howard, and all of those guys was kind of talk about going to UGA. So I'm like, man, I kind of wanted to be a part of that, and that's what kind of made me led me to decommitting, from Memphis to UGA. And luckily, things happen the way they happen. Those guys end up going to the NBA anyway. So I end up in the right spot, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was in prep school in Maine, and then I had one more year, and I remember I committed to Memphis, and then Cal called me like the next day. He's like, you're not going back to Maine. You need to go. There's a school in North Carolina where all your teammates can come here. We should go. And I'm like, North Carolina? Like, I ain't never been to North Carolina besides Bob Gibbons, like once ever in my life. Man, I get off the plane in Cheney waiting for me. We ride down, and like we stop at Lombard, and I'm like, where we at? He's like, oh, this is the school. I'm like, damn, I thought this was the project, bro.
Dog. Hey, yo, my mom them dropped me off. I was like, y'all not leaving me. Ain't nowhere in hell y'all finna leave me this place, dog.
I said, Coach, this is where we living? And I remember I walked in the door, had like all my bags, and all y'all standing there. I'm like, damn, all these big 6'10", 6'11" motherfuckers just all on my way. Like, it was just crazy, man. It was a dope experience, like, obviously,
Definitely.
like, living conditions, what they were, but I think we had probably the best prep school team like anyone could ever imagine. It was crazy. We used to beat people by 100 points.
Man, the practices was so competitive. I think the practices were better than the games because we used to beat everybody by 30 or 40 points. Most of the time we played. So, yeah, definitely, man. That was an experience, bro. The living conditions, being able to get through that. I always told people, I was like, man, if there's something a sister to jail, it was that prep school, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was tit for tat, bro.
What was it like, man? I know we got to school together. We were there for all 4 years. Like, I remember freshman year, like, we all go through our own little trials and tribulations. Like, for me, like, I think the toughest part for me freshman year was kind of like, it was a roller coaster. We both know how Kyle is. He on you, man. He talking shit. He in your face. He caught, you know what I mean? Like, you for a second, like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to sometimes get in the room in our apartment our freshman year. I would shut the door. I wasn't even I should be in there like, what
the hell am I doing here?
Come get this dude, man. Like, what was it, like, that made it kind of frustrating for you sometimes? Like, how you deal with him, like, our first year?
Man, just, man, a lot of what you did, you know what I mean? Getting out of practice, going home, calling my mom, like, man, I don't want to do this. Or before we even got to Cal, how about Big Rich? You know what I mean? Like, me coming from, I'm talking about, Lithonia, Georgia, like I said, a skinny 6'9" kid. I was like $180 back then. And this was my first time really training, bro. So I remember every day I used to call my mom after we got done with them 7 a.m. workouts. Was like, Mom, I want to come home. I don't want to do this. Like, I promise you, bro, if it wasn't for y'all, my teammates, I would have quit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really would have quit. But I seen you guys fight through it. I'm like, man, if they do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? But that, and then, dealing with Cal, man. Cal is, he was tough on us, bro. We didn't have no room for error. You know what I'm saying? No, he couldn't make no mistakes. So it was a mental roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Up and down. You feeling like you want to play more, then, I can't play no more because, Sean's in front of me, and Sean's, the NBA prospect at the time. So, it was frustrating, but at the same time, I was still, even though I was a player, bro, I was still such a fan of just all my teammates, bro. I was still in, like, fan mode. So I would, do my thing and see myself as, a good player, but I was more so a fan of seeing my teammates do good. So at the end of the day, bro, I got a chance to play with a, cool group of guys who, some guys went to the NBA, some guys didn't. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed that, bro. I literally, throughout my entire career, bro, I probably enjoyed watching you guys' success more than I ever really thought about my own, bro. That's just kind of how my mind was in college. Not really realizing the magnitude of the situation.
Yeah, yo, it was crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you, I think the funniest story our freshman year, and you probably remember it. We was in oral communications.
Yeah.
every week we had to do a different speech, and like every time you kept talking, you were like, all your speeches, man. You had to do it like college players should be getting paid. College players should be getting paid. And it's crazy because now that they're getting paid, I'm like, man, Rob used to mention that shit every single oral com speech. It was like, you know what I mean? Like intro or persuasion. And it was like, I'm like, that was like one of these things ever.
Tone, bro. We was getting paid, what, $240 a month, bro? Come on, Tone. $240, bro. Like, that was, man, you buy a pair of pants or some food, you know what I mean? Whatever else you want to do, man, that money is gone, bro. Like,
first day.
You remember the 555s? You know what I mean? We put $5 in to get a pizza, bro. Like, those nights, like, bro, like, it was because I understood how much money the school was making, bro. Like, it was just unbelievable to me that we was getting $240 a month. And we watching the girls' basketball team. They getting these credit cards with $1,000 a month on it. You know what I'm saying? The football team getting all this money, and we getting like the smallest share. We the most successful team, on the entire universe. So I mean, at the university. So I ain't understand that, bro. Not at all. But I'm glad they changed it, dog. They're working toward changing it. I wish they could reimburse us. You know what I mean? Get some of that cake back for the 4 years we gave.
Yeah, I think for us too, we took off too, man. Like as you said earlier, like our freshman year, we went running, like, we played and we were winning games. And the next year, you know, we lose Rodney, we lose D-Wash, we lose
Waukee.
Yeah, Waukee. Like, we just keep rolling. Like next year, like I know a lot of people like, oh, they lost a lot, you know what I mean? But you know, myself, you, Chris, you know, we brought in Willie. We had Hunt came back and played that year. Like,
definitely.
Like, I mean, like, what was that adjustment for you sophomore year? Like, getting now you in that starting role that you know what I mean. You felt like you should have been as well first year. Like, how was that?
It was disappointing, bro, for me because I think the biggest mistake I made my sophomore year was, you know, we had that first summer session. You know, us going to summer school and training with Big Rich. And that second session, I went home, bro. That was like the worst mistake I could have ever made. Because I went home.
My shoulders was like this, too.
Bro, yeah, I was. I was, too. I had gained weight. And then I came back, bro. I lost my weight. I was didn't work out the way I was supposed to, was partying all the time. And the minute I got back, Kyle's the first thing he did, called me in the office. She's like, you didn't do shit at home, did you? And I was like, nah. He was like, yeah, I could see that. You know what I mean? And it was a slow start for me. It just from me, you know, taking that little semester off and going home, not really do nothing. You could see it in my first couple months of the season. Like he didn't really do much, you know what I'm saying, during the summer. And you know, once I got over that, and we as a team started to figure out our role, you know what I'm saying, as players, you know, who's good at what we can do. And Chris kind of began to take the lead of being like that guy for us. You know, everything just fell in place for us, man. So, you know, everybody learned to play their role. You do what you do. I did what I did. Hunt came off the bench. Andre came off the bench and did what they did for our team, sparking us off the bench. And we had it rolling, bro. I mean, I think we still won 30-some games that year too, right?
Yeah, I think we lost. Maybe we lost to Ohio State that year, I think.
Yeah.
Odin and Joey talking that crazy nonsense about Odin. Fouled out, had no points, no rebounds.
They fouled out the first 5 minutes, bro.
David and Goliath, whatever he said at the little interview.
Yeah. No lie, I still don't even understand that whole thing to today. I really didn't. I didn't get it back then. I still don't get it now, but whatever, dog.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because, like you said, like we get to the Elite Eight, you know, like, and Willie's our guy. Willie sacrificed so much the next year. You know, D Rose come in with us, and like for me personally, we heard the noise, and then like I remember we played pickup in summer school that first time, and my man caught that live. D Rose caught that live, threw it through his legs. And I'm like, we on to something right here.
When I see him dunk through Pierre, bro, this is around the time when Pierre was 300-some pounds, bro. When he dunked through Pierre, bro, I was like, oh, he real deal. It was something that we probably seen with Rodney, but in a smaller package. So it just looked way different, bro. And I was like, yo, we got one. And
it's crazy.
He got us.
You know, we see D do that, but like a couple days before, and this is what I mean. Like we out at the plush that one night. We deep, bro. Joey on top of the bar, throwing his hands up his money, and we all just having our drink or whatever, and Joey just starts swinging. We all start swinging as a team. That's how we were, and I remember seeing D Rose just use his vertical. And just leaped
over the bar, bro. Leaped over the bar.
How you jump like that with some Tim's on?
Bro, when he leaped over the bar and went to town on the security guard, dog. I ain't no lie, bro. I remember that vividly, very vividly, bro. But yeah, man, we had some fun times. We made some bonehead mistakes, stuff young kids do, bro. But in all of it, we always did it together. So I mean, it's wouldn't let nobody get singled out. If it's gonna be one person, it's gonna be all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's how we was, man.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy too because what was it like for you? Honestly, for me, that year, playing with Chris, and we've been playing with Chris already, but adding D Rose to the mix, and D Rose kind of even though he got a lot of the fame, he always was about the team. You know what I'm saying? Dude had a photo shoot every day. Magazine.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, yo, I ain't taking no pictures unless my teammates is taking. So I'm like,
Yeah.
word, put me in this match.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? To play with someone like who wasn't selfish, you know what I mean? He knew like the culture we had, and then you know we had Chris, who was our leading scorer. You know what I mean? Chris, one of the funniest dudes ever. You know what I mean? One of our leading scorers
by far.
You know what I mean? Like, what's like for you playing with like D Rose and Chris and like, you know what I mean, meshing with them? You know, me and you, we played together already in high school. So what was that like playing with dudes like that?
Bruh, I was a fan still. I used to sit in that corner in that left corner the cow used to sit in, and I used to watch them too, bro. And I used to watch you on defense. I used to watch Joey on defense. Like I literally, bro, I was so much of a fan of y'all, bro, that I didn't do what I felt like I can't even watch me play. You know, I can't watch me play back then, bro. It hurts my eyes to watch me play in college because I'm such a different player now, but. It was easy for me, bro. Like I knew my role. I knew Chris was gonna do his thing. I knew D Rose was gonna do his thing. I knew Joey was gonna get lobs, offensive rebounds. I knew what he was gonna do. All I had to do was literally sit in the corner, hit a three every now and then, block shots and rebound, bro. So I mean, my role was simplified. You know what I'm saying? But looking back at it, bro, I feel like I was kind of crippled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't develop. You know, the way
it's crazy though you say that because as you know, we played in high school and shit together, and I used to be like you knew what you tell me, yo man, like shoot, score, like you know, like and you know what I mean, like we knew kind of like, hey, our roles is our roles, you know what I mean? But we seen each other both put up big time points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So like, even though it's crazy because we get to the Final Four, then like those games, UCLA, like then we had a score and like do our thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy you say that too because, you know, even though Mario hit that bullshit ass three on us, I thought you was going to hit that half-court shot to win the game.
Dog! Yo, that shit felt so good leaving my hand, bro. And if you seen the angle of it coming out of me, you would have thought it was finna go in. Like, I thought that was about to be my little one-sided moment. You know, all you guys had to make big plays.
I said, Rob, we be doing them half-court shots for all these years. Rob about to make one. I'm like, Joey fall out the game, Tag fall out the game. It's me, you, covering these big dudes, throw all these us. So yeah, this game over.
We was gassed, bro. We literally had a 7-man rotation that game. Every time I look up, it was 2 new bigs coming in, bro. They had like a sub every 4 minutes, bro. And I'm like, God dang, dog. And we still get to the point where, you know, we a minute 13, we up 9, we got this game locked, bro. And that shot that shit sucked everything out of everybody, bro. I think that whole gym was in shock. Even if you wasn't a fan of us, you was just in shock, bro. And it's not a place I go in the world today, bro. When I'm traveling and playing all these countries, that game don't come up, bro. Like everybody brings that game up to me.
Yo, and the wild part for me, you know, we lost, we down.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing for me, and I ain't gonna lie, the thing that, but when Coach brought Jesse Jackson in the locker room, bro, I'm like, what my man doing here, bro? Like, you come for a national championship game, we won't hear you.
Exactly, bro. That's probably more of a TV publicity stunt type thing, bro. It might have been our bad luck. I hate to say that, bro. You know what I mean? But it was what it was, man.
Yo, and it's nuts too, because we get on the bus. I remember, man, we get on the bus back to the hotel, and we all down or whatever. We upset we lost, and I remember Chris sitting next to he like, man, we ain't got no reason to be upset, man. Like, and then like
I remember that shit.
Yeah, like you get off the bus, and like he starts a food fight with everybody, like kind of get us back happy a little bit,
out of that mood a little bit.
And it was crazy because I'm like, people are like, oh, you must have been. I'm like, yeah, we was mad that we didn't win the game. Don't get me wrong, but like, we kind of didn't dwell on it, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we knew we should have won the game. You know what I mean? Like, things like that happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, so it's crazy, Rob, because our next year, our senior year, I'm like, oh. And I think we both stayed that summer, and like Coach kind of told you, like, yo, you're going to have to score. Well, you know what I mean? Like, Reek comes in with us. Like, what was that like? We played with number 1 pick, and Reed goes number 4 pick. They both top players in the country. Like, what was like the comparison you seen? Because Derrick had one style of play, and Reed came in and he went.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Reek was kind of like just give him the ball and get out the way. Like he was just so much bigger and stronger than all the guards that that was ever put in front of him. So I mean, you kind of had to give it to him. So for me, that year was tough for me. I think I ended it better than I started. I mean, I was solid in the beginning, but Kyle was so hard on me, bro. Like, I guess, you know what I mean? I guess I don't know what sometimes he has these wild expectations, which is, I mean, rightfully so. He's the coach. He sees the potential in us or whatever. But I just remember one game in Puerto Rico. I think I had like a so-so game or something like that. And I think we had like a game-winning play or the tie. So it was a close, real close game. I'm telling Coach, I want the shot. And I want the shot. Or, you know what I'm saying, put me in as a shot. He been putting me in like, kid, you're not ready. I'm like, man, I'm a senior. Like, what do you mean I'm not ready? And that shit, it kind of crushed my confidence a little bit, bro. Like, it took me some games to get over that little whole, statement he made to me. So, like I said, it still ended up being good, man, because Reek, what we did with the offense, putting the ball in Reek's hands was the best thing for our team, honestly. You know what I mean? And and it worked out in the end. We fell short, man. Against Missouri, man. They started out blistering hot on us, bro. But I know we fought back as much as we could, man. It was just unfortunate, man.
Yo, I know you keep up. You keep up with. We all keep up with. Memphis now, man. Penny taking over. We had Pastner, another guy, Tubby Smith, and those guys like coach him since we left. Like I know y'all got our different perspective. Like I know what we did to build the program to what we built it to. Like, do you hold them to that same expectation? I try not to, but I'm sure it's hard. But like, do you try to hold them to the same thing about the team now, like Penny and how he got Memphis going?
I mean, you naturally want to hold them to that same expectations, but I mean, it's a little different now. You know what I'm saying? You got these. I mean, we had some solid coaches coming in. Coach Patterson was a good guy. I don't know too much about Tubby Smith, and I know Penny pretty well. But I mean, these guys are good coaches, but they're not, Calipari. He just comes with a different animal. You know what I'm saying? Different background, different pedigree. He's looped in with everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's still carrying that same thing at Kentucky. All the guys want to come play for him. So Memphis is not, the most glamorized city. You know what I mean? It ain't the biggest city. It's not, the most attractive. So, I mean, a lot of people, the top players, I would say, they really don't be interested in going. Now that we have Penny, I think, last year was kind of a gateway for us, getting him, getting Wiseman, and having that unfortunate circumstance works out, which goes back to what I said, being in Memphis. I don't think if he wasn't at Memphis, that situation might not even happen. But the fact that it's at Memphis, we got a potential top 5. They're going to be back in the top 5 again. Maybe they're going to be a good team. Maybe they're going to win. We got to find something. We got to find something to, derail this. And I think that's kind of what happened last year, man. He had Precious Achiuwa also, man. Shout out to him. He got drafted to Miami last year. So, I mean, this year, I mean, they got a young team. So, I mean, it's going to be, how it starts in the beginning. You got to go through your bumps and your bruises. You know what I'm saying? You got to hold by December, January. You get it together. Everybody understand their role. And, things work out. But, I mean, we got to give it some time. You know how it is, Tom. It ain't going to happen overnight. It's, not to, discredit, the college basketball players now. But I really think that our era of college basketball was, on a totally different level. You know what I mean? Like, with the amount of players who were really 4- and 5-star player was way higher now. And then now you got, a couple 5 stars here. You got some potential, 4- and 3-star guys who's supposed to be great and may or may not develop into whatever they supposed to. So, I mean, I just think it's a different time right now, bro.
If you can talk about your favorite, one of your favorite memories during our 4 years at school, what would one of them be?
Oh, man. So, you mean on the court or off the court? I mean, off the court.
Give me one of each.
Man, that's tough, Tom, man. I'm old, bro. I got too many memories now, dog.
I'll give you mine, right? So for me, right, I think off the court, I say, I remember one time we were all at we were like Coach Cal house, and like in between double tour days, we'll have to go to his house, eat lunch or whatever. And I remember, we did really well in the first practice. And we all sleep. We wake up, he talking to us in his little room, and he like, all right, no practice. So I remember Chris was like, man, we gonna get the food? Like, we still gonna get our meals? Like, I was like, no, whatever's in my cabinet, take it. And
just take it.
I remember, man, we legit left Coach with nothing in his house. Like,
man, you're supposed to.
You got some Brad snacks. You took it. I think on the court, man, for me, I think the best one was our sophomore year. Kind of like we didn't have a superstar. Chris was becoming that guy after we lost Rodney, Sean, and D. Watts and those guys. Yeah. And we were at Gonzaga. And man, I remember, man, that place then I couldn't feel the floor shaking. And I'm like, this is bananas. And I remember we in there and like that was you were never like the vocal type. And I remember we were somewhere and like you kind of like, man, let's fucking go. Like, let's play. Like, and everyone turned like in the mood.
Rob said
Rob said what? You know what I mean? So that was definitely one of my favorite times. Because even like I said in private school freshman year, like you always, you stay to yourself. If you had to say something, you said it. But you know what I mean? But like that, and like when we robbed Coach Cal for all his food, he was tight.
Dog, I'll say the same thing. Our senior year, Gonzaga. Gonzaga had the wildest crowds, bro. Like, I don't know what it was about playing in that stadium, bro, but they give you the chills and they give you a energy, bro, that you can't, like, it's undescribable, bro. Like, I had the same feeling you just said you had, or I probably had it my sophomore year. I had it again my senior year. And we went out there, man, we whooped them, bro. That was probably one of my favorite moments, bro. And, bro, when you hit that shot at Texas A&M, bro, the free throws, bro. Those, I don't know how that wasn't your biggest moment, bro, because that was one of my favorite moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that was some big time free throws, bro. You was a sophomore. We wasn't supposed to win that game. We playing in Texas in front of 60,000 Texas fans, bro. Like, they got to be the biggest moment for you ever, Tom. Like,
most definitely. It's crazy because I was a mediocre free throw shooter, and I get fouled. We all miss tipping.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, why the fuck I gotta be the one that get fouled? Like, bro, I get to the line. I'm like, I can't go back to Memphis. People gonna talk crazy. I gotta make these drinks, man. Like,
bro, you knocked them down, dog.
Like, how well, like, even to this day, the Memphis fans embrace us. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a home for me, like outside of Mass, and same for you. I know outside of Georgia, like. What's it like for you, man? Even when you go back now, you reflect and look back sometimes like, man, these people really show love. Like this is crazy. Like, you would have thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they still do. And it's like, I spend, my kids live there. So I spend, majority of these last 7-8 years, I'm spending my summers, in Memphis with them. So, and it's the same thing. Still the same love. You still see the same people, bro. Like, it really is. And truly is my second home, bro. And I wouldn't have gotten as far as I am, without their support and them making me believe, in myself, and them just bringing their little Memphis pedigree, into my psyche a little bit. You know what I mean? So that Memphis is, bro, it's a big part of where I am, bro. Big time.
It was crazy too because even at graduation, we get out of graduation, it's like the whole arena outside waiting on us, me, you, Tag, and all of us. And a funny thing too, I remember the night before we all went out for graduation. I'm late to graduation.
Bro, you was asleep. You was asleep at graduation, bro. You was drunk.
Yeah, the whole time at graduation on your shoulder. You tapped me like, yo, Tony about to call your name.
Hey, bro, you was knocked out, bro. I kept having to tap on you the whole graduation, bro. I think we woke up still kind of drinking, bro. Like, I think it might have been 7 to 8 a.m. We was up still drinking, bro. Like it was one of those kind of nights, bro. But and we graduated, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was the first one in my family to graduate from college, bro. First one. So that was like a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it was for you, but man, for me, bro, that was major. I never seen me going to college. I never dreamed of saying I'm gonna get my degree or any of that. It just kind of happened like that, bro. And it's just I'm thankful
I
for.
still got the pictures when we meet and tag outside. I'm like, man,
Yeah, I got them too.
like I said, we went from Laurinburg. We in college, like we graduate, come outside, the thousands of people just cheering us on, like the whole arena. Once our names are called, it's erupting, and I'm like, damn, they really love us like that. You know what? Like, thank you. You know what I mean? You kind of feel that appreciation. Like it was so wild. Like it was wild. Like outside of the Laurinburg, me, you, Sean, like outside of our guys who we came in with, who was your favorite to play with? Not, you know what I mean, not because they scored, but like who was one of your teammates? Like, man, I love playing with this dude. Like,
Andre, because Andre used to always look for me. Andre Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Dre, my roommate, you know what I'm saying? That was my road dog. He used to always look for me. Get in the game, Rob, be ready to shoot. Rob, I'm coming out of the pick and roll, be ready to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was probably my most vocal teammate that I talked to more outside of you. But other than that, it's probably Andre, bro. But, man, I enjoyed, playing with everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like I said, everybody had their own talents. Everybody was good at something. Everybody was cool. We all was funny in our own way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, bro, it was a ball. You know what I'm saying? I miss it. Still to this day, I miss it, dog.
Man, me too. I think the wildest thing for me was, I'm from a small town in Massachusetts. Like, I get to Memphis and, like, these girls are like, oh, you from Boston? You from Boston? You from Boston? I'm like, I'm from Lynn, man. They're like, you from Boston? What is Lynn? Like, I remember like freshman year, we in summer school. We used to go out sometimes, but like, you're like, damn, ain't no girls on campus. Like, where they at? Like,
man,
started in August, and it was like that first Friday. It was like that step show. And I'm like, man, we had drumline. This is like the movie.
This is a whole different world, bro. Like, that's when I first got there. I was like, man, this ain't it. Like, it ain't no girls. It ain't nothing to do. I ain't got no money. Like what? I don't like this, dog. But it ended up, it ended up being college. You know how college go. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
Definitely, man. And like, we get out of school, you get drafted to Miami. You know what I mean? I remember I was down there that summer. You was out there working. I wouldn't check you, like, and you just. I remember you told me, you like, man, like, I'm about to go overseas. So I'm like, overseas, you just got drafted. You like, nah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because 11 years later, you overseas still doing your thing.
Still,
like, what was that experience like for you, man? Like making that decision, knowing what was best for yourself, your family, your kids, and stuff like that.
Well, it wasn't my decision, Tom. Believe me, bro. It wasn't never a thought of my mind that, hey, I'm gonna go overseas. But I remember when I got drafted, bro. We was having a get together at the house. I had the family over and stuff, and me just kind of understanding how that draft stuff works. When my name got called, bro, I was so mad. Like in my head, I'm smiling for my family and everything, but in my head, I'm mad, bro. I'm like, I gotta really, really make this team. If you drafted 40 on down, you ain't guaranteed, bro. So on top of that, we didn't have summer league that summer. For whatever reason, Miami chose not to go to summer league. So now, it was a summer league. We just didn't participate in it. Miami did.
Yeah, I was with Charlotte. We went to the one in Orlando.
Orlando, yeah. So now I'm locked in with Miami. Nobody else can see me. And they're like, we're not gonna have summer league. We want you to go overseas for a year and come back next year, and we'll work on getting you a deal. So I was like, okay, they got me a pretty solid deal overseas. I won't complain it. And my first year, bro, was just it was terrible, bro. Like just adjusting to being, in a different country. I played in a little island, bro. It's called Rhodos. So literally, it's a 45-minute plane ride from the mainland. So we really like in the middle of the water. So I get there. It's September. It's nothing to do because the island closes down for seasonal purposes. Everything closed. Like if there was like some partying or something to do to enjoy, if that was going on, it ended in September, then opened back up until May. So I'm there. I brought my brother with me at the time. My brother ended up bailing on me because it was just too boring for him. So I bring my girl over there at the time. And she got her son, and I'm trying to learn how to live with a woman and a kid. So, that's bearing on me. Basketball wise, like, bro, it's so much that I didn't learn at Memphis offensive wise, bro. Like it was mind blowing that I didn't really understand offensive concepts because we literally was going out there playing off of just our raw talent, bro.
Yeah.
Like we didn't run no set plays really and nothing like that, dog. It's kind of like get the ball, do your thing. So we running through pick and rolls and guys, popping up at the three. Bro, Greek is a real technical league. Greece basketball. So I didn't understand, bro, the concept of offense, bro. I really didn't. And that year was probably my roughest year, dog, basketball-wise, but I got through it. And when I ended that year, I said, you know what, bro, the minute I step off the plane, I'm going straight to the gym because I ain't going back overseas, bro. Like, I'm never going back ever again. And just so happened, bro, my second day down in Miami for workouts, I was getting ready to gear up to sign the contract, 2-year contract. Just had to work out, get through the summer, and, impress, like I had been doing. And I broke my foot the second day, dog.
Oh.
On some simple stuff. We doing individual drills, just me and one other person. I think it was Jarvis Bernardo. And I just do a swipe through, slip on a wet spot, bro. Snap. I ain't thinking nothing of it. Yeah, I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm like, I'm all right. They're like, you good? I'm good. I try to go the next time. No, sir. So I take my shoe off, man. My foot swell up, bro, about this fat, dog. And that was that. LeBron came the next year. You know the rest, bro. So, they didn't the rest. They didn't need me. By the time I got to the team in 2012, they got a chance to actually go through summer league, and they had 14 guaranteed contracts. And now they got one roster spot left. They want a center, and I had been working out with the Hawks the whole summer. And they telling me, yo, come over. You got a good chance of making our team. I went to Miami and told them about this, and they was like, no, we're not going to release you. We want to give you a chance to, show your talent. And I'm like, bro, y'all not going to keep me, though. He said, we just want to see. And, I went through the process. They ended up letting me go. And so I've been overseas ever since, man. I started making a decent amount of money to where I didn't want to really chance a non-guaranteed deal and miss out on some good money, to be trying to make the NBA. So I just kind of let that dream go, bro.
I feel you on that, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I got hurt a couple of times. It was a wrap.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your favorite, before we get done, right? Your favorite Cal, like, impression or saying, like, for me, I'm like when Cal did the, you mother.
Bro, that's it. Come on. This shit right here used to give me this so much, bro. Come on. Like, just yelling to the top of his lungs, bro. I still watch him to this day, and he be on the sideline still doing the same thing, bro. Like, the Cal's crazy, dog.
And we said to Joey, I remember we said to Joey one time.
Oh, man, he got disrespectful with Joey.
Let me ask you a question, okay? Like, when you go to the bathroom, do you stand up? And Joey looking at him. You don't play like it. You don't play like it.
Yeah, he basically
now freshman year, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like,
he used to say some stuff to get under our skin, bro. But I mean, he got the best out of us. It wasn't for everybody though. Everybody couldn't get through that. You had to be a certain kind of guy to deal with it, bro. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in your face 24/7. Practice. You turn it over in practice. Get on the line. Like, I remember he was making like whoever got in trouble, you can like stand on the side with him and he like watch your teammates run. Like, damn.
Dog, just get in the game. You can't make one. He used to take you out, bro. You made one mistake in the game, take you out. Like, I was like, even Sean was like, Coach, what Sean told him our freshman year? He was like, Coach, you got to give me a couple now. I'm going to make a couple mistakes. Give me a few. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, he was kind of a little bit lenient on us. But, bro, that first month or two, bro, you couldn't literally make a mistake. He'd sub you out. But that was a testament to how deep he thought we were, too. You know what I'm saying? Any kind of coach will sub you out for one mistake and just throw another player in there in the middle of a heated game, bro. That shows some confidence as well, that you believe in your players, man.
Nah, but A-Rod, man, I'll let you get back to you. I appreciate you jumping on, man. Do your thing out there, man. You already know. Holla at me if you need anything, big dog.
For sure, man. Appreciate it, man. Just want to commend you too, bro. Like I'm proud of you, dog. You know what I'm saying, with everything you doing and got going on. And you got a story, bro. And you could have gave up. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people we know that just done gave up, whether it was in basketball or life, bro. You kept going and you figured your stuff out, bro. So, man, I'm proud of you, dog. I just want you to know that, bro.
I appreciate that.
Love you, dog.